super, super, super excited. When I do the giveaway, just to let people know, I have all of the names and emails into a spreadsheet. I do a number wheel, and whatever number that lands on, then I look at the spreadsheet and see who it correlates with. Now, for privacy purposes, I never give the last name. I will simply give the first name and the first letter of the last name plus the first letter of the email. Now, I will reach out to the winner via email. So if you hear your name and possibly the first letter of your last name, check your spam, check your junk, check your promotionals. Sometimes my email gets stashed away, but I do need to hear back from you, so then you can win. Oh, Alabama was amazing. I had so much fun. I haven't been to Alabama for almost a year, and there were so many people that had purchased from me in the past, that came by my booth to show me pictures of their cute little geckos thriving. I had some phenomenal new faces appear that also purchased from me. I actually got a new breeder set up with a soft scale, possibly super soft lily white, and a possible het axanthic lily white male ready to breed. I'm so tickled for all of the new people I got to meet. I had a lot of fun. Geckos out, we were playing. There were some really cool vendors that were set up. I picked up, I didn't even bring it in, it's in my car, but I got this super cute 3D printed spider that's like pearlescent white with a little heart on it. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's see. So it looks like finally uh, YouTube has decided to log in. I'm so sorry, everybody on YouTube. I have been having some technical difficulties. We are here and ready for you guys if you have any questions. So let's see. Knoxville show is our best show yet. Amazing show this time. More traffic. I heard that the vendors were packed out. I heard the people were packed out. I heard it was a phenomenal show. I absolutely love that for everybody that vended there. I've never missed a Knoxville show, but I just hadn't been to Alabama for a long time, so I did make the drive. But it looked like a blast. I'm so glad that you guys had such a fun time. So much fun. So we're going to do this. 4,500 people. That is phenomenal. That is so amazing. I love that. I love that. Sounds like a crowd. We got 3 questions submitted, so I'm just going to briefly go over those, and then we're going to draw the winner. So we want to make sure we have as many people in here for the drawing. It's so exciting. I'm so excited for you guys. I love giving away geckos. Also, this gecko is a mystery gecko. Now I will show you guys which gecko it is. It is currently firing down. It is so weird, fired down. Like, I haven't really seen it fired down until I cupped it up, and I was like, oh, this gecko's so cool. And then it fired up, and it kind of looked more normal, but fired down, it's really, really weird. And for me personally, I like to see geckos in both stages, so both extremes of their color change, because then I feel like I really can understand what genetics are going on with the gecko. So it's super exciting, and I can't wait to show you guys. Okay, so first question was about calcium. When, how, and what type? This is a phenomenal question. So if you have a male crested gecko, you do not need to supplement calcium if you're using a fortified food like Pangea or Repashy. These animals are omnivores, so yes, they eat some fruits in the wild, they eat some bugs, but they also eat smaller geckos. They don't really judge. If it fits, it sits. So and there's also research suggesting that they actually also eat snails for the calcium. So it is important to feed them a very high quality diet, which is still very reasonable, very low cost. Plus they don't really eat that much. But calcium is detrimental for females. My bird is excited that you guys are here. Baby bird, it's nighttime. It's quiet time. So, so with calcium, the best way to kind of think about it is an equation. So you have positive on one side, you have positive on the other side, and you have negative on each side as well. So when you're thinking about it, and I'm going to use these lights up here. So these are UVB lights. I have these in here. They're very low. Baby bird. Baby bird is not necessarily a ladybird. We actually don't know. And baby bird also does not approve of the camera. I actually got baby bird out during one of the lives, and he or she, we just call it a boy because there's no eggs yet. But he just kind of like tucked and hid and then got very angry with me. It's okay. It's okay. I like the name Ladybird, actually. Maybe I'll jokingly call him Ladybird. Um, anyway, we don't know. It's young. It will be a year old in April. So, anyway, so with calcium, so the way it works, so when you have UVB, so plus UVB, then you minus D3. So that's one side of the equation. If you are using UVB lights, either for your geckos, even though it's not detrimental to their health, or for your bioactive, for your plants, use like a 5.0 or a 7.0, depending on what size tank you have. The penetration level is going to be different depending if it's a 5.0, 7.0, 10.0. So on these guys, I have 5.0s, which don't have like a whole lot of penetration, but plus UVB, so plus a light source that feeds your plants. Do not use D3. Use without D3 calcium. And then on the other side, so these are regular white spectrum LED lights. They're a little bit different than this, but this is just a regular Walmart GED LED light here. Sorry, on YouTube, it's like washing out real bad. These bulbs do not emit UVB. It's just an LED light. It's going to be little to no heat. It's just going to light up. That's what's in these enclosures right here. So when you have no UVB, so minus UVB, then you need to add D3. So just keep that in mind. It's a balanced equation, plus and minus, or vice versa. How often do I give my animals calcium? Typically, adult crested geckos will go off of bugs, so it's going to be a little tricky to offer them powdered calcium. You can leave it out in the dish, but it's imperative that you refresh it at least twice a week, because even though that dish is going to look full of calcium and unused, when you miss your enclosure, the humidity will cause the calcium to harden and your gecko will not be able to eat it appropriately. You can mix it in the food. You can use liquid calcium. But if you use liquid calcium, be very cautious of the dosage. Too much calcium can cause things that look like metabolic bone disease, but are not necessarily metabolic bone disease. So it's always best to talk to an experienced breeder, whichever method you choose. But you definitely want to supplement your adult females with additional calcium because they need that as they produce eggs. And yes, crested geckos are going to make eggs. The females will 2 or less a month for roughly 5 to 7 months out of the year, even if they've never been bred. They're kind of like chickens. They're going to lay eggs without a rooster. The next question was about bee pollen supplement. I use very little bee pollen. You can pick it up at Birdtopia Geckos. Be cautious about ordering bee pollen off of Amazon. You definitely want to do your research and buy preferably from a gecko breeder, because they're going to use their own supply, so it's it's safe and it's high quality. Bee pollen is great to add a little pinch to your crested gecko food for picky eaters. It has been known to help entice them, to help increase their appetite. However, on the flip side, too much of anything good is not good at all. So I don't give bee pollen at every feeding. Every once in a while, I'll mix it in there just to kind of mix up the flavor profile. But I've heard of breeders that always use bee pollen. If they have a hard time getting it, then their geckos don't really respond to the food. And I'm all about mixing it up and keeping them from kind of just focusing on one type. Which company do I use for my crickets? So the trick with crickets, oh, and Trish wants to know how many times a week do I add calcium? Trish, if you're doing bugs, you can dust, if you're feeding bugs once a week, dust your bugs maybe twice a month. You don't have to do a heavy dusting. Some people will dust every time. I don't think that's necessary. It's kind of just depends on how you're doing calcium. If you choose to set it out in a dish, refresh the calcium twice a week, and your gecko will eat what they need. To answer you, Sunkissed, I've heard of people having issues getting crickets that hadn't all passed away in shipping. The trick is to use a reputable company that is kind of close to you. So I am in Tennessee. The closest cricket facility is Ghanss, spelled Ghanns. That is typically who I use to get my crickets from. Josh's Frogs sells crickets, Dubia.com. There's a whole slew of really good cricket suppliers, but you need to keep in mind where you live at. So I used to order when I first started from Josh's Frogs. However, they're like way up in Illinois or somewhere north. And then the crickets have to go from that cooler, colder air, especially in the cooler months, down to the warmer air in the south. And sometimes that drastic change can cause them to die out. So do your research. You can always DM me about your location and I can help you find somebody close, or just a quick Google search will help answer those questions. The last question that I have, and then we're going to do the drawing. We're going to find the winner. I'm so excited. It's my favorite part. Okay. The last question. This is a great question. It is multifaceted, but I'll try to keep it quick, short, and sweet. Knowing what I know now, what advice would I give for people just starting? So I wasn't sure if that advice was for new keepers or for new breeders. So I'm going to answer it both ways. For new keepers, my advice is going to be based off of the most common mistakes I see new people do. One, keep your babies on a paper towel, not dirt. You're going to zero out the chance of them ingesting dirt and becoming impacted. You're going to zero out the chance of them eating dirt and choking and passing away. The second tip that I give for new keepers is do not spray the paper towel. If you see mold or mildew, you're spraying too much. The best thing for new keepers is to get 20 of them. Yes, Sultan. Yes, just get 20. Order from Amazon or pick it up at Walmart or Lowe's a hydrometer thermometer combo. I use a different variety than what I started out with, but for starters, spend $20 to $25. Get one with a digital screen. Put it right at the front of the enclosure, tape it on there, whatever you need to do, just don't spray it. And that is going to save your gecko from being too dry. It is going to save your gecko from being too hot, and it's just going to give you peace of mind at where their humidity is at. Anytime you walk by, you don't even have to do any work. You just have to use your eyes and look. That was a game changer for me. And to answer the other side for breeders, what is my best advice for new breeders? If you are starting to breed, my best advice is breathe. So relax. The biggest mistake I made when I first started breeding was cutting eggs. So I would see one baby hatch, and if the next baby didn't hatch during the next night, I would open the egg. And truthfully, just like everything on the planet that is living, not every animal develops at the same rate. Even if they're from the same parents and are laid on the same day, don't open eggs. Incubate until you can't debate. So I've always done that. Even if I don't see the fertile Cheerio in the egg, I still incubate. I actually still do it. I just tossed out two very yellow, very moldy, very fuzzy eggs that were not fertile. I didn't even toss them out. So up here is one group of isopods, and they get my yummy egg, and they love it. Oh, they love the eggs. So, hey, what is up, Amber? So great you made it. Um, that is going to be something that I did when it came to breeding. Also, don't get in over your head. So you can, if it's your first year, I started out my first year with 2 breeding males and 5 breeding females. And I took one male and paired it to 4 females. And then my other male, I gave him a lady. And not all my females laid consistently. Most of them were first time layers. I was very successful with the eggs that hatched. I was successful with the calcium levels. I never felt overwhelmed. I did jump in really heavy, really hard when I first started, and I don't regret it at all. I absolutely love these guys. I am obsessed. But it is super important that you just take your time and always have a backup plan. Reach out, make friends, make acquaintances. That way, if you ever feel like maybe you're overwhelmed, or maybe there's a sudden change in life, whether it's a job or you got to move or a baby on the way, or a puppy that's driving you crazy, those animals can be taken care of appropriately. Um, New breeders coming in, I'm excited to see where we go as crested gecko breeders. I think that myself and several others, I was talking to Krusty Works down in Atlanta at the Southeast Reptile Expo. Me and her are just on the same page mentally. And we both think that we are just seeing the tip of the iceberg. It is so exciting, especially with all the new breeders and all the new ideas. Um, every time an egg hatches, it's like Christmas. Just be patient. Don't breed your females too young. It can stress their bodies, and then they may not produce very well. They may not even produce the following year, and then essentially, you've got a gecko that their health could be in a dangerous place. So just don't rush anything. You don't have to plan your pairs perfectly. There's no rules to breeding, but just keep the animal's health in the utmost top consideration. And that is probably my best advice for new breeders. Love the animals, love what you're doing, and be passionate about it. So, with that being said, we're going to draw a winner. What do you guys say? Can we get some fire emojis? Can we just blow up the chat, you guys? We're going to blow up the chat and get some, yeah. Okay, so again, if you are new in here and everybody share, we want to get everybody that entered in here. Wouldn't that be phenomenal? It'd probably break the internet. I'm so excited to announce the February winner. Normally I do it on the last day of February, but I was traveling. Woo, fire! I was traveling for forever to Alabama, and I just felt like it would be better to be consistent. No, Haley has never been bred. No, ma'am. She's just been a little sweet chunker. She's just a little sweetie. Thank you guys. Yes, fire. Share. With traveling and everything, I want to be on here live answering these questions, showing off these amazing geckos, having a great time. I do random giveaways. Sometimes I say there might be a giveaway. There's probably going to be a giveaway. I may not say anything, and there might be a giveaway. I love to do fun stuff. I love to give back to the community. You guys are my big supporters. It's just so much fun. I love all the connections I've made. And so that is why I've created the YetiGex Gecko Club. We do the emails once a month. We do the coloring sheets for everyone. Sometimes I'll do like a free merch, send out stickers, all sorts of good stuff. And it's all because of you guys. It is entirely all because of you guys. You guys keep me going. And I'm just so happy to have made connections with you all. I'm so happy to help everybody with their questions. It's just huge. So without further ado, here is how it works if you're just getting in here. Giveaway. So this gecko is really funky. It is a hi-fi linchpin youngin. It's a young gecko. Hi-fi is so weird. She is almost what's the morph called? They're so rare, you never see them. Um, not strawberry. Oh no, it's slipping my mind. That's how rare they are. They're oh my gosh. I can't believe it. They're yellow and red, and that's it. All their tigering is red. Okay, and this one does have a couple little Dalmatian spots, but I really think they're gonna fade away because that's kind of been like the theme with these. Lynchpin is a extremely unique yellow crested gecko, strawberry blonde. Thank you. Thank you. Did I say strawberry or did I say cheesecake? I was like right there. Yes. So she is a strawberry blonde. Um, thank you so much. And the dad is the craziest looking yellow I've ever had. I can't tell if it's his base, I mean, it's his base, but I'll be honest, everybody, I think he is a yellow cappuccino. I'm not going to prove him to be a cappuccino. I do not want to create any supers. Um, he has that look. He's very funky. His kids are very funky, and I'm going to show you guys. So this is it is a little boy, and he is just so weird. Look how crazy this gecko looks. So something fun to keep, something fun to play with. And he is not about this camera. Let's see. Oh, I'm all like up in YouTube's face. So this is our giveaway gecko. I'm going to try to turn him around. Come here, you. Were you sleeping? Oh, you're so sweet. You are so sweet. You just let me pet on him. And he's probably going to like jump on me. So this is the other side. Look how fat. He looks so fat. So something really unique I wanted to give away. Here, you want to come out and play for a second? And when he fires up, he just looks like a normal. But definitely something going on, I think. Are you stressed? Look at his little tail all kinking up where he's stressed. So we're not kinky. We're just a little stressed. There we go. Are you awake now? So cool. So this is going to be our giveaway gecko. I'm going to see if he'll fire for you guys just so you can see this change. Do a little misting. And I don't really have like a bright light in here right now. Just put it right here. So I'm going to announce the winner. I'm going to show you guys the drawing. It's going to be a little tricky where I'm plugged in, but we're going to figure it out. For privacy purposes, actually, let me tell you how I do it. All the entries are on a spreadsheet. Everybody has their own number on the spreadsheet. I have done a number wheel. So all the entries are simply a number on the number wheel. I'm going to spin the wheel. It's going to tell me the winning number. Then I'm going to look at that number over on the spreadsheet and announce the winner. It's super exciting. For privacy purposes, I only give out the first name and first letter of the last name. I also will announce the first letter of the email. I will email the winner. I will reach out to the winner. I wish everybody luck. If you don't win, don't worry. You are automatically entered in to win again. Now, if for some reason it draws a previous winner, we will respin. The winner is responsible for shipping. And of course, you're still going to get my super safe, guaranteed shipping, live arrival. So I'm very, very excited for everybody. I'm super excited. Thank you. No, thank you guys. This is all possible for you. All we've got to do is keep getting people to enter so I can do more giveaways, because trust me, I want to give more stuff away. I want to give away more merch. I want to do better geckos. I want to do more geckos. I want to do food. I want to do free PVC enclosures. Like, how cool would that be? So we have to keep sharing and get as many people entered in as possible so we can keep doing more and more and more giveaways. Oh, I love it, Paleo. Good luck, everybody. So here, let me try to bring this over without tearing down the house, guys. Slow and steady. Oh, I'm already dropping stuff. So last time I did this, it did kind of like cut out on the number wheel. So bear with me. Just if there's any lag at all, just say, everybody just scream lag and I'll slow down, because it typically Well, last time, maybe not last time. It did lag when I did the number wheel. Okay. So, oh, I'm so excited. Are you guys excited? I'm so excited. So here is our number wheel. And of course, my mouse. There you are. Who's it going to be? It's spinning, it's spinning, it's spinning. Okay, so 474 is our magic number. Let's see. So I'm going to go over to my spreadsheet and we're going to find our winner. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, 474. Oh, did I miss it? There it is. Okay, so this person just put their username in the name. So I have no choice but to try to pronounce it. M. Simbach. Msembach. And the email is m at, oh, hang on, the email is covered up, SBC Global. So I will email this person. I wish I guess they just put their username instead of the name and email, which is fine, I totally respect that, for privacy purposes, especially for people that don't know how I do the announcement. And I need to write this down. Oh, I'm so excited. So if you are in here, congratulations. Let's see if this little gecko has fired up. Again, this is a linchpin and hi-fi, super funky, absolutely adorable. I'm so excited for you. I will be sending an email out to the winner, and then of course getting to you with shipping. Shipping is going to be next week, just so we know, because there is a huge storm moving through the Midwest. Looks like Memphis is going to be uh, under they're already, I know Kansas is already under a severe weather storm. I like to watch all the news and stuff like that. So again, thank you guys so much for coming out. Be sure, if you haven't entered, get your entries in now. Share with your friends, share with your family. Let's make the next giveaway even better. We will be doing the next live next Tuesday. So if you have any gecko questions, be sure to submit those when I do the stories, or write them under the posts that I do when I do the submissions for questions. I have all my tools on hand here at the house. So if there's something like calcium, which I have like 15 different ones. So let's see, with D3, and I have without D3, and I've got Pangea, which is my favorite brand. I've got all sorts of tips and tricks that I can show you guys. Thank you all so much for coming out. Be sure to check out the website. I will be releasing new geckos. I'm not sure if I'll do it this week or next week, but you definitely don't want to miss the new drop. So thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you for all your support. And I look forward to seeing you guys next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You all have a wonderful night and take it easy.